We did have a short presentation prepared for everybody, but 5 minutes isn't a huge amount of time to explain everything that we're doing if we want to take some questions at the end. So we decided yesterday that we'd go a little bit off-piste and try and do a live demo of the platform that's running behind. So fingers crossed that the technology gods work for us today. So this is our team. There's myself, Alex, and also the other Alex, who's a technical genius. And we've also got two great guys on our advisory board, Nadav Rosenberg, who was Groupon's first employee in the UK and grew the company into what it is now. And now he heads up Taboola in the UK and Middle East and Asia, and Eric Benz, who I'm sure many of you know, who's our payments specialist. So what are we about? We're basically about bringing Bitcoin into the offline world. So, you know, much the same as ATMs are facilitating you to buy your Bitcoin, we're trying to enable the merchants to allow you to spend your Bitcoin. Because without a complete circle, you know, the funds build up in one place or another. So our business model is pretty simple. We aim to enable as many merchants as possible and gather volume to take a small transaction fee. So at the moment, we're trying to get the device, the hardware device, which is one of three options, down to £100 plus VAT. But we actually hope that we might be able to get that down a little bit lower. Ultimately, sub £50 is our target, really, for a disposable device. Alongside the hardware, we've also got a full suite of other options from native Android and iOS apps, which will implement the full terminal functionality on merchants' own hardware, and also a web-based POS for any other internet-connected systems. So we've got everything covered, and what we've done is everything goes through the same unified user interface so that the user experience is identical for everybody across all channels. So that's the three-tiered solution. So we've got the hardware device, which maybe we've been able to show to some of you. If anybody wants to see a demo of that, please come and see us afterwards. We've got the prototype with us. The web portal, and also the mobile-based POS. So what I'd like to do now, hopefully the technology is going to work, is we can pull up our web portal, which is here, and just to prove it's real and it's live. I think this mic works as well. Just go back, give me an amount.
50 quid.
£50, Alex. So what this does is it goes away and interfaces with a payment processor on the back end, you know, much in the same way that Bitcoin payments work online. But of course, this brings it out into the real world for merchants to see. So this will be the offer from the payment processor, and hopefully, I haven't tested this, so please don't let me down. In fact, the monitor. Here we go. Great. So transaction comes straight across the phone. We've also implemented the payment protocol and secure certificates so that what comes up on the phone will be the merchant's secure ID. So when customers are paying at the point of sale, they feel confident. So we'll send that. So it says payment successfully sent directly. Oh, and that was far quicker than I thought. And payments come through. And then with if the Google goggles work, oh. Then I can also download an electronic receipt back to the phone, which is branded with, you know, whatever the merchant wants to put onto there. So that user experience there will be the same across all three types of platform, whether that's the dedicated hardware device, you know, the web-based or the mobile app. And of course, the thing for the merchant is that it gives them the guaranteed fiat return, because the merchant ultimately is probably never going to care about Bitcoin, dare I say it, in this room. They just want to get the money from the customer. And what we need to provide to them are payment mechanisms where they can get the money from the customer in a way that feels familiar and gives them the cash flow that they need to continue their business. So our USPs, I'll try and rattle through this quite quickly so we've got some time for questions. It's tailored to fit to the merchant's existing process to work in a similar way to card terminals. We are the only hardware product that has an implementation of the Bitcoin payment protocol, which facilitates not only speed, but we also have Andreas Schilbach's implementation of payment protocol over Bluetooth, which allows payments to take place if the customer's mobile device doesn't have an internet connection. And we are the only hardware product that has the integration with the payment processor on the back end, and it's fully paperless as well. For those of you who want to geek out a little bit, there's a few of the technical details, but I won't dwell on those now. We've got 6 beta prototypes out. The commercial beta has begun. We've been about quite a few exhibitions so far. We've secured a bit of funding. Pre-orders opened this week, if anyone wants one. We're currently looking for something in the region of another £100,000 to get the second generation device and the itself cost down. And I've got 30 seconds for questions. If there are any. Yep.
Large merchants or small merchants? Where's the sweet spot?
So at the moment for us, the sweet spot is with small merchants, but we're currently working on larger systems that merchants can roll out when, say a supermarket has 20 different points of sale that all need to communicate quickly together. So thanks very much for your time, everyone.
Thank you, Alex.